Chase puts on a show, but Kyle Larson gets the win. All that and more coming up next on the recap. So Chase Elliott gets penalized, loses 10 points, has to go to the back of the field. He manages to march his way all the way up to almost the front, but didn't have enough time to catch Kyle Larson to get the win. But let's take a moment here to appreciate how unique a talent Chase Elliott is on road courses. He is probably the best road course racer we've had since, Marcus Ambrose, AJ Allmendinger, or Robbie Gordon. The only difference is he can actually win at some of these other, short tracks and super speedways and stuff like that, whereas those guys were merely road course specialists. So whether you like Chase Elliott or hate Chase Elliott, don't let that hatred, take away from the fact that you're watching a really special and unique talent right now. But at the end of the day, Young Money season continues. So much for that slump, haters. I mean, what kind of a standard has Kyle Larson set that they consider it a slump because he hasn't won in 5 races? Yeah, he went 5 races without a win, and everybody was getting down on him saying, oh, he's in a slump. Oh, what's going to happen? He's lost all his speed. Hendrick's falling off, whatever. So much for that. Hendrick 1-2 today, and Kyle Larson with another win. And also, he has tied the points lead, which actually gives him the points lead because if it ended like this right now, the tiebreaker would go to wins. And Denny Hamlin doesn't even have enough season left to get as many wins as Kyle Larson has. So technically, Kyle Larson took the points lead today. So all around, good day for Kyle Larson. So what this sets up with 3 races to go as far as the regular season title, you've got one good track in Daytona for Denny Hamlin, and you've got one good track in Michigan for Kyle Larson, with the unknown and the deciding race probably is going to be the road course at Indianapolis. So the next race is probably going to give us a pretty good idea of which one of these guys is for sure going to walk away with the title. But of course, anything can happen, especially at Daytona or especially at a road course where, you could just go off course and, get smoked. Daytona, you could get in the big one. You never know. Okay, now on to good race, bad race. Obviously, Kyle Larson, good race, takes the points lead, broke out of his slump or whatever you want to call it. But also, let's give a shout out to Tyler Reddick. He came in and he needed to have a good race to maintain his cutoff level above the cutoff line, above his teammate Austin Dillon, and he did that. In fact, he stretched it out just a little bit, giving him just a slight bit of breathing room with a 15-point advantage. So he basically held serve, so he is still the last man in as long as nobody else wins, and with 3 late races left to go, he's very much locked in. Of course, anything can happen at Daytona or the Indianapolis road course, so we will have to see what happens there. And also, a good race for Chase Briscoe, who finishes 9th, continuing to improve in the second half of this NASCAR season, showing that his potential is starting to turn into actual results. So good race for Chase Briscoe. And now on to a bad race. Although he didn't have a terrible race, he actually had a pretty good race. Finished, I think, in the top 15. Austin Dillon, he did not manage to gain or actually just get the position on his teammate Tyler Reddick. He still remains the last man out of the playoffs. So even though it wasn't a horrible race, he didn't get done what he needed to get done. So you have to say that is a bad race for Austin Dillon. Also, all of Team Penske and particularly Brad Keselowski, if this was an amateur, go-kart race or whatever, Brad Keselowski would have been taken off the track for the 3-spin rule. Brad Keselowski spins out 3 times, and one time he takes out one of his Penske teammates, Joey Logano, and also Ryan Blaney had the same brake problems. So Team Penske having some brake problems, and that is especially bad for them because they had really fast cars if it hadn't been for the brake problems. And also, once again, Trackhouse and Daniel Suarez, their road course package, some kind of weird ignition problem. Every single road course race, it seems like this year, Trackhouse has had a problem. They have really got to tighten that up. So bad race for Daniel Suarez. And it's hard to say a guy that finished 6th or 7th had a bad race, but Christopher Bell threw away a great, he probably had a top 3 or 4 car, and he threw it away being way too aggressive, trying to block Kyle Larson. Just completely chopped him off when Larson was there. I don't know if his spotter missed it or if that was just a block that he wanted to throw, but you threw away a great finish. You even in this race saw Kyle Busch move over to let a faster car go by. Kevin Harvick moved over to let a faster car go by because you don't want to sacrifice the overall good of the day by being too aggressive and getting spun out on a road course, and Christopher Bell didn't do that, and you hate to see it because he had such a good car. So you have to say, bad day for Christopher Bell because he probably had a top 3 or 4 finish, and he threw it away being too aggressive, trying to hold back Kyle Larson. All right, that is all I have got for you today. If you like the content, please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it, and it really helps out the channel. Also, if you want to leave a comment in the comment section, I love reading the comments. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace. I'll try not to post 4,000 Kyle Larson videos this week, but no promises.